Hello and welcome to The Dungeon and the Dragon, our experimental D&D session this week, where normally in Dungeons and Dragons you play the role of a hero, going on grand adventures, righting wrongs, slaying beasts in the service of some higher power. Not today. Today, our heroes maybe aren't heroes. Our heroes are monsters. This is not a story of glory and adventure. This is a story of revenge. And let us meet our monsters. Hello, you wonderful people here. Before we get started, what I would like to do is I'm going to go around the horn here. I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Tell me who you are playing, and why the other monsters have heard of you. What have you already done that's gained you some notoriety here? So we'll just go in the order that you all are on my screen. I'm so excited I can barely word right now. And start with Mr. Matthew Lillard.
Hi, my name's Matthew Lillard. I'm playing Hobbs, the Lord of Blades, and this is his visage. He is a warforged that is thrown off the mantle of ownership from anyone else, and he started his own nation of warforged. So we are the nation of warforged, and we are rising up to destroy all good in the world. But I am Hobbs, the Lord of Blades. And immediately, every time you see him, he's got blades swirling around him at all times. I look forward to destroying good at every turn.
Alicia.
Hey everybody, I'm Alicia Marie, and I am playing Bailey Rood, R-O-O-D, so don't get cute. She's a 29-year-old beholder. She's like pink and purple. And the reason why other monsters will have heard of her is because she's one of the founders of beastlysingles.com. It's a website for monsters to meet other eligible single monsters. She's known under handle Thick and Wicked. So you can find her there. And Bailey's basically adventures because she's looking for love and revenge.
Por qué no los dos, right? Deborah.
I love that she's 29. That's perfect. Not 32, not 37. She's 29.
Yeah.
29.
Always 29.
Some of us have been 29 a number of times, actually. Yeah.
It's just perfect. I love it. My name is Deborah Ann Woll. My character, when you first see them, is about the shape of like a VW bus with sort of, old-timey kind of wagon wheels on the side. And just jutting out of it are like knives and swords and daggers and spears and all kinds of pointy things, barbed wire wrapped around the front, and impaled on all of these different sharp pointy things are various cadavers in different states of decomposition. And as it kind of rumbles up towards you, it stops, and all of the eyes kind of simultaneously follow anything moving in the room. And in unison, all of these dead cadavers say, "We are Mechabus." And I'm playing Mechabus. I am a construct with some sentience, but you will have known Mechabus because just the greatest necromancers and evildoers of all history that you've heard about will call upon Mechabus to enter into a battle, into a siege, and help them mow down just masses of heroes. And every single hero that I collect on my spikes and spires becomes part of this sentient, creature in which I can call upon their spirits to fight for me.
Amazing. Todd.
Mechabus! Mad Max.
My name is Todd Stashwick. I am playing of the Bone Bramble. But he goes by Cutie Pie. And he was born in the good part of the Bone Brambles, just south of the Arches of Ulak. He's a beautiful Nalfashni, and for the uninitiated, somewhere in the abyss, a gorilla got busy with a warthog crow, and thus born the Nalfashni. He is a fiend of about 15 feet. He's short for his family, but he sees himself as refined. Why the other monsters would know him is he slew the great and powerful Glurm, and in a live arena event, he did a paid cooking show as he prepared and devoured the great and powerful Glurm.
And
always eats with cutlery. Carries it with him. So when something is slain in battle, he'll bite it, but then in order to devour it, he must.
It's also very
because you have to chew it. Yes. And he has to chew what he eats, and that is cutie pie because, well, you saw.
There is no reason we cannot be civilized. Yes. And last but certainly not least, Patrick.
Hi, I am two-time author Patrick Rothfuss, and I will be playing Persimmon, who is a Tarask. However, he is not a mature Tarask. And he prefers to be called Dark Raven. I'll throw this out to the group. I would either you guys know him from TikTok. He's about 15 and a half. And so you've seen him on TikTok. I imagine he does some of the dances, but also he probably has a series of videos where he's destroying something, really just plowing into it. Or I would say maybe he didn't get brought into this gig because you knew of him from TikTok. What I would also say as an option, what if he had just pinged Mechabus on Uber and then has just sort of not heard about this gig and awkwardly asked if he can come along, and he's so enthusiastic you didn't say no?
Well, yeah. So Mechabus, of course, is a land vehicle. And as a side gig, because there aren't always great necromancers asking for a siege bus, so I do Uber on the side. I just wanted to ask.
Ride share.
Yes. Is Percy a Teenage Mutant Ninja Tarask?
Oh,
no.
Nice.
I mean, he is now.
I will say he is wearing a T-shirt that says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's an older one he got from Goodwill. He's wearing it ironically.
Because he's a hipster.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Before they sold out.
Still the black and white, the old ones. Yeah, right.
Cool.
Flaming Carrot days.
Can I just say one thing before we dive in? When I first came up with the idea of this and I reached out to these beautiful people, I wasn't quite sure on the tone of how the game was gonna go. And then they started picking their monsters and I was like, oh, we're telling that story. Oh, okay, right. Cutie Pie, the Nalfashi, and then the Teenage Tarask. Then I was like, well, the die is cast now. This is where we're going. All right. However, you 5 interesting individuals have been summoned to a cave on the outskirts of the Underdark. Many of the surface dwellers mistakenly believe that the Underdark only extends right underneath Waterdeep, when the truth is it extends up and down the Sword Coast, far beyond and far, far deeper. You were each reached out to with a mysterious summons, promising you 3 things that you value: wealth, knowledge, and power.
Nice.
As you've arrived in a cavern that abuts a dark, calm, eerily glass lake, you hear a voice echo from all directions. Good. You're all prompt. I can work And down from the ceiling, what looks like a fleshy, mushroom-like pseudopod extends downward right to the surface of the water and opens up. And out of it, a very, very large gray-skinned dragon emerges. But it looks like no dragon you've ever seen before. Instead of scales, it looks almost more like a salamander with large gray eyes. And its wings hold tight to its body, which you could tell would allow it to wriggle down caves and crevices of the Underdark. Its body is covered with odd spores and mushroom-like fungal growths that line not only its body, but the walls of this cavern. You've not seen, but you have all heard of Shakwaira, the deep dragon. And it eyes each one of you in turn. You've heeded my summons. Good. Lord of Blades, welcome.
Thank you. And he takes a deep bow. It is such an honor to be here, oh evil one.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Bailey. Of course, a beholder is always welcome in the Underdark, but you especially are a joy to behold.
Cut it out, Harold. We went on one date. I tried to block you on like 4 different platforms. I have no idea why you summoned me here. I mean, I think it's you, isn't it? And she like adjusts her one big eyeglass that she has on her.
I've known many forms, and I thought it was a great date, really, but no, Harold, I don't know any Harolds, no. But thank you nonetheless. Mechabus. I don't know which pair of eyes I'm supposed to look at when I address you.
As you do that, a blast of like green smoke of gas comes out the back of this sort of wagon bus.
Excuse you.
Little thing. Yeah, it smells terrible. If you were in that blast zone, it would be really horrible. But I watched on it goes, we are really point us to the battle.
Yes, soon. There will be. And one of his other one wing covers his nose and the other wing sort of just beats in the air. Soon there will be glorious battle. Yes. Although, welcome. Thank you for joining us. A now fashionee of your stature is, of course, always welcome in my presence.
And from behind him, a blast of green gas comes out of him as well. He said, I'm sorry, I thought that's how we were choosing to greet each other.
Nice.
No. And he's tying on a bib, and he's like, this seemed like a smashing way to spend any weekend, and I'm promised there's going to be food, yes? And he takes out really rusty knife and fork, and he just starts sharpening it.
All you can eat. However, could you,
Please call me Cutie Pie.
Yes, you are. Quite handsome. It's the jowls, I think. They're lovely. Is that a very small Tarrasque?
I'm
he's
curious,
just very far away.
Was I part of this, or am I like looking out the window of Mechabus?
I feel like you're looking out the window of Mechabus.
Mechabus has 1 star rating.
Tip generously, please.
I was led to believe there's only one Tarask, and it is of significant size, but you seem diminutive by comparison.
So I actually my family had a VW bus, so this is a great image. The door slides open and the Tarask gets out and it's a little too big to be in there comfortably, so awkwardly gets out and he says, Lord, my lord, I am larger than I seem, and I guarantee that anything that you need done that a Tarask could do, I am up to the challenge. My name is Darkraven.
Wait, don't we know you from TikTok? Is this another one of your challenges?
Well, I was heading to the mall, and Knuckabus mentioned that there was going to be I can't stress enough, sir. I'm just such a fan, and I heard that what was on the table was like knowledge and power and money, and if you could introduce me to Hank Green, I was just thinking that would really, that's all I would need, and I'm here for you. I might look small. I will swallow a guy. Don't think I can't. I will swallow that
Why
guy.
Why does your name tag say Percy?
Seen you on TikTok.
He's guys. It's from Pizza Hut. It's from Pizza Hut, and he rips it off. It's on his Teenage Mutant Ninja shirt. And he rips his shirt, and then he looks really sad because he ripped his shirt. And he's like, if we're gonna be working together, Percy is fine.
I'll go with Darkraven. I don't have a problem with it, but
I would prefer Darkraven.
Fair enough.
I assure you, when
Respect.
you complete this mission, you shall have sufficient wealth to buy all the ironic vintage clothing you desire.
And he nods. I imagine the horns. He's just all of the awkward teen mannerisms are so amplified by this Tarask body. Every fidget of tail and claw and these horns. Oh, it's unpleasant. It's unpleasant to see. He's so uncomfortable.
Oh, he'll grow out of it.
Hopefully. You are, of course, welcome here. The 5 of you gaze upon my cavern, and I ask you, what do you not perceive here?
Joy.
Slime.
A woman's touch.
Lighting and a GoPro.
My hoard! My tremendous wealth!
That was my second guess.
That's why we...
As you can see, it is no longer here.
Joy.
Hidden. It was my joy. How dare you? It is gone.
That was just boomeranged me.
Perhaps I also wish the soft delicateness of a woman's touch. Perhaps
Fair enough.
Maybe we
Fair
can
enough.
never mind.
Oh, man, I get you. No.
Focus on the task at hand. I want revenge. A group of heroes. They call themselves champions of the light, if you can believe such a thing. Came down here, assaulted me in my own cave, in my own home. We did glorious battle, and unfortunately I was forced to retreat. And they stole everything from me. And now I want you all to steal everything from them.
Yeah, that seems...
Sure, that sounds good. I'll do that.
That's our call to action. Point us in the direction of these heroes of light.
Percy is holding up his phone and recording the whole, and part of it is he's really trying to be intent here, but he's also looking at his phone and making sure he's framed up in the background.
Is that some manner of sending stone that this young beast...
Yeah, no, I'm just for posterity. This injustice shall not stand.
Yes, correct.
For structure purposes, I refuse this call to adventure. Then, now I've accepted the call to adventure.
That's what. Oh, yeah. Are we meeting with?
There's a very small
right
gap
now?
between, but I did both.
Refusal of the call. Yes, right.
Yes.
The rising action of the narrative. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes. Here.
I mean,
Buckle up.
as long as there are things to kill, we will pursue.
I like
bouncing.
Mechabus. I
Oh, yeah.
deeply enjoy your overall aesthetic. I'm still not clear which eyes to look at. I'm being very respectful. Same with
I'll
you,
also-
Bailey. Do I look at the central eye or one of your stalks? Am I being rude? I mean, you know.
I'll be honest, I know what I look like, and Mechabus creeps me out.
These are your foes. And it motions with a wing. And out of the wall, you see 6 full-size carved mushrooms emerge from the darkness.
Someone is crafty.
I had a lot of time on
with his mini painting light.
there. I wanted to get every detail correct so I would not forget these faces. The first of them, he motions towards a carving of what looks like a small elf with a partial mask over her face and 2 knives in her hands. It is unmistakably a drow. This one is called Razor Edge. Can you believe it? What kind of name is Razor Edge?
I mean, I wish I would have thought of Razor Edge.
This,
Ask the Lord of Blades.
no, it's cool when he does it, though. Completely.
He will not mock the razor's edge.
Yeah.
Who is number 2 on the list? This
Well,
one shall
the Razor's Edge is a drow assassin of incredible skill. It was her initial use of poison that hindered me in the conflict. I knew her as a child, growing up in Minzobaran Zad. I actually helped her escape to the surface. I suspect it is she that told them where my lair lay, but perhaps she could be reminded of the fact that she has far more in common with us than with those surface dwellers.
Yes, ungrateful.
Yes, give me your speaking stone, Tarrasque. 5-star review. 5
Thank you.
Yes, tip generously. Yes.
More gas.
I join.
Is that okay, let's speed this along. The second one, he points to a tall orc with a double-ended axe that is mouth open with spittle coming out of the mouth that he's carved out of slime. They're just like, that is
Very impressive.
Oh man, he looks cool.
That one is called Gravel. My claws barely was able to scratch his flesh. He was so strong when he gripped me about the neck. But he is dim-witted and easily misled. I believe you could trick him into doing almost anything. But beware, if he becomes angry, he's nearly unstoppable.
Yeah, I like him dumb.
I mean, I haven't read a book in a very long time. I'm more of an art fiend.
Cutie Pie is already eating the mushroom step, the first one.
Careful, you might start seeing some weird stuff if you eat too much of those.
It wouldn't be my first rodeo.
The third one, Dilla Dillowell the Magnificent. You see a carving of what looks like a wizard hiding behind a stalagmite, but with a hand extended as light is coming out of it from a glowing rock he's planted in its hand, a glowing stone. Dillowell is a wizard and a powerful one. He was capable of all manners of things. I believe he was even able to control time itself. But he is prone to fits of nervousness and indecision. You can pit his prodigious mind against himself and fill him with so much doubt that he will not act at all. Spent a lot of time thinking this through. I wasn't ready the first time. I'm ready this time. Then he points at another one, a statue of a gorgeous woman that looks like a cleric that has a halo around her with a shield and a mace. He says, Dawn the Lightbringer. She's the founder of their little group, and she was, oh, god of light this, Bahamut that, the whole time. I hated it. She is madly in love with Razor Edge. She thinks people don't know about this, but I have my sources. However, Dawn is hiding something. Besides this, their secret love is their own business, but she has something else she doesn't want the world to know. Perhaps if you discovered her secret, you could use it to motivate her to be of greater assistance. Then he points and you see a large, heavily armored man with a pot helmet that covers his head completely, with just a slit for eyes and a broadsword on his back, a huge blade that reaches almost to the ground. Sir Diligent. His blows were especially painful, erupting with light and radiance and goodness and other stupid things. However, Sir Diligent is more...
All the thumbs down.
Yeah. 3 of the corpses vomit out of Necklace.
We shall give Sir Diligent a very poor rating, However, he is more concerned with the law than with goodness. You could use this to your advantage. Perhaps he will frown upon the fact that they outnumbered me 6-1 and robbed me. And maybe he could be an ally in this. The last one.
And I will say at this, like, Percy has been over it and he did quick filmed each of these. But then when it got to the Paladin, he was kind of, he's like, Mom's told me about Paladins, and I'm not afraid of this guy. I would swallow him. And he's kind of, that thing that bros do when they're out at the bar and they're drunk, where they're kind of puffing up their chest. They're trying to like get real chesty on somebody. And Tarask is doing that, except it's obvious that he's trying to imply that he could swallow this guy. But you can see the scale isn't right. If this is kind of to scale, or is this smaller than like 1-to-1 scale? Are these smaller mushrooms?
You think they're scale? They're people sized, yeah.
And so he's like, I do it. I could swallow this guy. I'm gonna swallow this guy. And he's like, it's kind of trying to chest up to him, except he's like really opening his mouth as wide as he can, but he doesn't also want to ruin this really very good sculpture.
Also, you're far too young to consume these particular types of substances. You're only a 15-year-old Tarask. Last but not least, he points to one that you kind of didn't notice because it's in the back and it's laying on the ground with like an arm up and a lyre in the other hand, just sort of
he's dead.
over to the side. Stinger St. Kitts, a bard.
We have found our first victim. We should take out the bard first. He is ours.
She
I see you sculpted her like you sculpted the French girls.
That is what she looks like, okay? And she is a hedonist extraordinaire. She cares more for drink and song than wine or riches or anything else. She was actually kind of cool, but yes, you can eat her first. But that's it. That's the 6 of them. I can tell you where they were last seen if you tell me which one you want to pursue first. But be advised, they are in contact. If you dawdle or take too long, they may be able to call for reinforcements, and you do not wish to face them at their full power. Use your numbers and your wits to your advantage. Find my hoard, get it back, and get revenge.
The call to action is complete.
Yes.
Which shall we vanquish first? If we go with Stinger, the other ones will have time to strengthen.
Hanging fruit.
Fruit?
I could eat some fruit, man. I'd eat all of that bard. But like, I'm not afraid of that paladin, man. We could do that paladin, or we could tell that paladin that, like, property and the right to own property is an important pillar of our society. I mean, as a libertarian, it's really the only reason society works is because people use capital to support.
Are you rolling right now, Dark Raven? Are you rolling right now?
I mean, a little.
Are you live? Is this live?
But like, I mean, if he's lawful, he'll have to acknowledge the validity of the ownership of property, and that's the foundation of society. And then he'll have to cop to that, and then he will have to come and help us against his friends, right?
I would just like to say that Tarask is now canonically a libertarian. It is true. So there you go.
Salamander Dragon. Do we know who the head of the, like if we were to cut the head off the snake first, who would that be in the group? Who was the alpha?
Dawn the Lightbringer.
Dawn the
And
Lightbringer.
he points to the statue of the clearing.
Which is missing an arm, and I couldn't burp.
I shall busy myself restoring my masterpiece while you're away.
It was delicious. It was a delicious masterpiece. 10 stars.
When you say that, it does sort of laugh a little bit, and you see on the walls of Chakwaira's haven here, some of the mushrooms open up, these like bright, colorful flowers just bloom when it's like. Yeah.
So,
Will we put it to a vote? I'm a Democrat.
well, there are 6 of them. We could roll for it.
We could.
All I know is if I hear a loot, everyone dies.
That's another thing we have in common. This is so weird.
Dark Raven has a point. If we go after the head, the rest shall fall. And just think how scrumptious.
That was my point. But again, who's counting?
I mean, it was a group effort. So I'd go for the head. Cleric of whatever, like whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
As a fiend, I have a bit of a problem with paladins and clerics. I'll be honest.
What I was worried about, we were worried about too. Radiant Terror!
Yes.
Are you some sort of autonomous collective metaverse?
We do not like radiant damage.
No, we don't.
Well, okay. So, like, what if, right? I'm just spitballing here. What if we flip Sir Vigilant and Diligent, and we go and we're like, hey, man, capitalist foundation of all society. You're a lawful man. We know you understand this. And then we flip him. He comes on board, and then we get him to come in, and then we take out the Dawnbringer.
Having the paladin work for the evil people, that story structure.
I mean...
You can also go to the bard and tell him or her, that she has the ability to capture these incredible deeds.
That's a story.
That's a good one.
I also think she'd make a delicious smoothie.
Oh.
She would, yes.
No, I actually bard. Like we go bard.
Bard? Yes.
And we're like, hey, this is a story for the ages. And also, do you want a duo? Let's duo on TikTok, and they will, because I've got like so many. But like we duo on TikTok, and they come along, and we just roll up on all these.
Yes. We start that. That is where we begin.
So Mechabus goes, all right. How many for the bard? And like 5 of the cadavers raise their hand.
I agree.
How many for the cleric? And like 3 of the other cadavers raise their hand. All right, the bard it is.
I take out my little vial of bard spice. Just kind of put it.
Shockwyra says, "Good, yes. There was one of my treasures that those buffoons didn't manage to take." And it peels its wing back further and extends it fully. And under it, you see what looks like a bronze collapsible something, like a couple of bars. And you pull it out and goes shunk, and you see a gate opens. And he says, "This will take you to the outskirts of town, where Stinger St. Kitts was last seen. You should still be able to approach fairly easily with the magnificent Mechabus. But be advised, if they see you, you'll have to make sure they don't raise the alarm." And he motions, and on the other side of the gate, you see a forest. And in a clearing, a small village. And in the middle, there is a building that you can kind of hear laughter and singing coming from, and smoke pouring out of the top of it. But you all will appear out in the trees, some distance from town.
And as we're vanishing, I go, "You buried the lead!"
I thought it was implied. Look at all of you. And the gate.
Sweet shortcut.
And you all see, again, the town, it doesn't seem huge. There are sort of some sharpened posts on the outskirts of town. There is an area that could have had a gate, but it's open. You see a guard standing there. There's probably 25 people in the town. It's by no means like a huge village, and it is obvious to all of your senses that some kind of party is going on at the building right in the middle. What would you all like to do?
We're not a subtle group.
I actually don't know. What did that village?
I mean, I'm really scary. If I get in the bus, we could avoid terrifying them unduly until we're in there.
The bus is totally normal.
I'm actually fairly dexterous. So with everyone in me, I could maybe sort of sneak up. I don't know.
Oh, I love the thought of all of us trying to get inside there like a college students in a phone booth.
Sorry about my blade.
Yes.
Mechabus, I will say,
yes.
The road is the gate is wide. You very much could drive in. You can attempt to drive in sneakily if you chose.
Yeah.
You think, if
We should tell this guard we're on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a party going on. You said
there's a party.
Yeah. There's a party. We're on the list, and I if we pull up, and do you have windows that we would roll down? Because I am riding shotgun. All 15 feet of me is riding shotgun. I can try and put the thought, because I can telepathically communicate to tell him that we were on the list.
All right, well, let's do it then. I appreciate that you're a Mechabus of holding, that you guys fit.
Oh yeah,
Just get in there.
It's a TARDIS. Yeah.
You can get on top and you can hold on to the spikes, you know.
Important point of clarification, Mechabus. We know of the cadavers on the outside. How many cadavers are on the inside?
Most are on the outside. There's one, you know, completely just at the wheel.
I'm sitting on one.
Yeah, absolutely. They're stinky and smushy and like, it's all.
I noticed the seats are actually cadavers.
Now, Mechabus, I know we've gotten some idea of what this is, but as you come driving up to this poor guard, what does Mechabus look like emerging out of the woods, coming towards this guy?
Yeah.
So I'm plum colored with wood panels along the side.
Oh.
So I keep a little bit of pledge in the dash to kind of keep that shined up when I need to.
One of the cadavers is white.
Yes. Wipes the sun.
Oh! Can I make a pitch here? You know those things that you'll see in town, like during a convention? It's all the people who are like peddling a trolley and drinking beer.
Yes.
Would you arrange your people like that, where it looks like we're the party bus, you know?
Yes, totally. All of the cadavers try their, undead darndest to put on like a happy like party face. And I even I don't have a stereo or anything. I'm mostly a wagon, but I have kind of a VW shape to me. But all of them are going to start singing.
And people on the bus go round and round.
The party bus, the party bus,
So they're going to try and drop the beat.
Yeah.
So the cadavers will make it feel like, and it's going to jump like this.
Oh no!
All the cadaver butts are twerking.
Oh yeah, it's just flap, flap, flap. All of it's going on.
I want off this
I
thing.
just appreciate you're a cadaver collector on hydraulics.
Absolutely, on hydraulics. There's a pole in the center that was a big lance spear that if you want to, have some fun spinning around on that, you can. So the cadavers are trying to make it look like it's a really fun time.
Oh my God.
I just at the risk of breaking the fourth wall here, dear viewer, we need fan art of this. Please give us.
Who's a good artist?
Hey, Julia.
Of the party cadaver bus.
I will take it all. I'll take pencil. I'll take line art, stick figures. We need this commemorated. Okay.
All right.
As you come rolling up, two guys kind of look. And they hear, and they just sort of come out into the middle of the road, and they kind of cross there.
Who puts the ram in the lamb ding dong too?
Their spears.
You only do this much before we have to get the rights.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm stopping.
Yeah, legally distinct. And she's like, halt.
So I lean out and I say, we're the band. Yeah, we're supposed to see Sting of St. Kitts. We're the band, and then I telepathically put in my head, put into their heads. You remember? If you forget, you'll be in trouble. You were told this hours ago. What? Did you guys drink too much last night? I did it again. I completely forgot. Oh, you know what? We should let them in. We absolutely should let them in.
Give me persuasion or intimidation, whichever's higher, with advantage.
Bum, 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 bum. But you know what? Let's see here.
Mechabus is going to add,
We're not the monsters you're
Look, sir. Droid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so that is that's an 11.
amazing.
How does it work?
You've convinced me.
They sort of look at each other and they go, well, it's customary in these parts to pay a certain toll to get in on the road, right? You all are famous musicians, magicians, some sort of like theatrical act. That is an incredible beholder costume. Wow. But we're going to have to insist on some compensation.
Dave, I'll jump out of the bus. Oh, yeah. Here you go, man. Here you go. I'll take 2 blades. I will, as I get out, I'm going to cast fly. I'm going to take 2 blades because I am the Lord. I will gouge them and fly into the air 500 feet and drop them because I am evil and I can do whatever I want. Innocent men and women.
Is it your intent to drop them in the woods where they won't be?
May I
clutch them? And it's dropped.
Yeah. Yes, Cadet. Yes, Mechabus. You absolutely. You very much shank these 2 dudes. They are defenseless before you, Lord of Blades. And 2 new cadavers are acquired as you guys roll into town. As you do, you see all around people stop and are looking at you. But, one thing that you will find in both fantasy and reality, if you walk in like you belong, you can get into a lot of places. And so people are like slowing and looking at you, but they're not screaming and running and things as you pull up to this what looks like a tavern.
Act normal.
I feel like they're all off though. Like
Normal.
Like each one of them, like 2 of them are doing the Travolta thing from, like.
And
voguing.
Sure enough, you walk up is that the front door swings open and a man comes out and immediately starts relieving himself on the wall right next to the tavern and turns and looks at you all and goes, Is that Lil Tarask?
And like I'm assuming the side panel is open, that side door, and I'm like, there's nothing little here, little man. Don't start nothing. We're with the band. We're the band.
Oh, yeah. Oh, then you guys need to turn, and he turns and immediately pees on your feet. Percy. And he's like, pointing, like, around the back door.
And he's like, man, you did it. You know the thing where the guy wants to look like he wants to fight, but he doesn't, and he's like, hoping his friends hold him back. He's like, that's it, man. That's it. And he kind of backs up to the bus, hoping that the arms, and he like takes one of the arms. He's like, no, man, don't. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get him.
Mechabus.
And he looks around, nobody's holding him back.
I assume nobody on this bus is trying to actually stop him. Yeah, the arm very much limply flops out of your hand to continue operating. Percy. Yeah, right.
Fine. I'll do it.
No, I don't want any trouble, buddy. You put a lot of work into this costume, clearly, and those horns are so shiny. Wait, no, let me tell. Hey, let me. Is that dude a warthog crow person?
Close enough, yes.
Yeah. Let me take you around back to the entertainer's entrance.
You are a peach.
And he does like motion.
The most delicious of fruits.
He does. I love peaches too. He does.
If I wanted to swallow him.
Leads you all around the side, and there is an entrance that you can see to the kitchen. You can hear like the clanging of cooking. You can smell food coming out of there. In the middle, there's a giant pot with like 100-year stew in it. Yeah. And of course, as you all, first of all, do you get out of Mechabus?
I'm out.
Won't fit.
This dude is like barely standing here, but he's like, yeah, right.
Mechabus keeps trying to go through the door.
Mechabus like a late man into the back of this place.
I say, go get St. Kitts. Because we need to get our upfront money first. You know, can you do that?
Always get paid first.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have to have our set list approved.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go get her. Hold on, I'll go get her. And he just sort of like stumbles inside. And all of you give me perception checks.
Holy shit,
15.
19.
24.
Ooh.
24.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh no. 23. Ooh.
Holy.
I mean, of course, the beholder shouldn't miss much, you know?
Yeah.
Right over there. Yeah, right. That is plenty. You guys see sort of inside, you see this guy kind of stumble into the room, and there is kind of this raucous get-together going on. And he walks up to a table where it's difficult to tell from here, although you've seen her full-size statue. She is a halfling. Beautiful red hair, drinking from a stein that is almost the size of her head, and she's got her feet kicked up. And who
I see Dabs.
Cutie Pie, you said you're in the front seat, right? She points right at you, Cutie Pie, and you hear in your ear, like she's whispering in your ear, can I help you, mate? You got a bus full of monsters at the back door. What is this?
And do we recognize this halfling? So no.
Oh no, you've seen the statue. It's her. Yeah.
That's hard. I've seen this big part.
Yeah.
I then talk to Mechabus, not out loud, telepathically, and I say, grab her.
Yeah, she's inside.
Run her over.
You can try and punch it and drive through the kitchen if you want, Mechabus. I mean, you see through the kitchen.
I
into
do
the
as
main
I
room.
am told.
All of these Walking Dead arms coming off, reaching for. And we're like pulled up right along the board,
yeah,
and she
right at the
or she's across the room.
Yeah,
She's across the room.
Oh, see, I thought she was right up there.
Oh.
So.
Too late.
All of the cadavers do this and they go,
We are
and just punch through that back room into the main space, mowing down whatever's in my way.
Give me athletics if you got athletics. If not,
Athletics.
strength check, and you can give it with advantage as you just punch it.
24.
Mechabus just boom through the wall. People are screaming and jumping out of the way. You see
How we roll.
literally. And as you come pouring into this room, you see guys start reaching for swords and weapons, and Stinger just jumps back and says, well, this is gonna be quite a story, and everybody roll initiative.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I think we did.
Yep.
Dave, I'm flown down at some point, and I'm landing on the back of Megabus.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I say you rejoined them when she recovered the cadavers. You're absolutely there. All right. So I got it here.
Cadavers are all singing heavy metal as best they can.
I will. I got.
Absolutely.
I got here in chat 15 for Cutie Pie, 11 for Megabus, 11 for Hobbs, 11 for Percy, and 10 for Bailey. This is what I'm going to get you guys to do. Megabus, Hobbs, and Percy roll again just to see who goes in the midst of you.
I'm last. I'm last.
10.
Oh.
I had you at 11, Hobbs. I have Bailey at 10.
Yeah, I'm last.
No, I'm saying I'm of the last.
Of those three.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So
I guess I'm first.
Okay, then Hobbs will go in the middle. Perfect. However, Stinger is actually going to go first. She jumps back and says to you all, I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but I guess you can fry. And chain lightning shoots out and hits the bus. It goes through all 5 of you. Everybody give me a dex save.
She has no idea who she's messing with.
Dang it.
She really doesn't.
All right, let's see. Oh!
Hold it. Give me just 1 second here. I need to just get something real quick.
She definitely hits Megabus.
How dare she?
That's true. All right.
How dare she?
Metal man.
I'm gonna
It's
use.
okay, it's metal.
I'm pulling up another one of my characters here to approximate what she's doing. That is gonna be a save of 19.
Fail.
Oh, 22, baby.
Hits Megabus bad.
Super fail.
All right.
Yeah.
Fail.
But damage resistance to lightning.
Oh,
So
Oh yeah,
bring it
wait, I
on.
have advantage.
yeah. Use you got all your monsters.
It's
so,
not
okay.
better.
So here is where things get a little bit tricky because I'm pretty sure all of you have legendary actions. You can use a legendary action after someone else does something. So either after she acts or one of your other people acts here. However, she did not roll terribly well. If you did not save, it is 42 points of lightning damage, not counting your resistances or whatever. If you did save, it is 21 points of lightning damage.
So resistance, I would just go with the 21.
Yeah, if you fail to save, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Do any of you want to use a legendary reaction at the end of her turn?
I don't think I have any
I
actually.
don't have any.
I have an action, and sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
Or no, Bailey, do you have one?
Bailey, you have a legendary action?
I do. I have 3 legendary actions.
Would
So I
you
can
like to use
take-
one?
Yes, I would like to use the eye option because she can.
Exactly.
Okay, let me think. Use one random, so I can just
Legendary
choose.
actions.
I can just choose an eye ray. So, yeah, so she has this big eye in the middle and she has a bunch of little like tendrily eyes sort of. So she would like to just like all of her little eyes just sort of look at her and they narrow all at the same time. And it just shoots out paralyzed just for fun because she likes playing with her food.
Is that an attack for you or a save for her?
I'm attacking her. What are you talking about?
I mean, well, roll your attack then. Yep.
Okay.
Let me pull up a beholder here.
See, 13 plus 12.
You know, it's already wild because
18.
level 20 is already ridiculous, and then now we're
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's the training?
I am.
Wow.
I am sorry.
Yep.
I forgot that lightning is a line attack spell.
Plus 5 to hit. So it's
Chain lightning
18.
is. Yep. So hang on. Let's see something here.
Okay.
Because as a real Tarrasque, I do have reflective carapace.
You do. Not only do you have reflective carapace, I rolled and I actually got the 6 where part of the lightning shoots back at her and she does not make the save. So as she shocks all of you, it bounces.
And I lean in, I go, we're rubber, you're glue. Whatever chain lightning you shoot at us bounces off and sticks to you.
I do like to imagine that it comes in the form of a dab. Percy dabs and the lightning bounces off of him.
Your beam shoots out at her, and you see she pulls up her cloak and just blocks it for a second, and she's like, don't take more than that, sweetie, although I give you a wink back, all right? And she is not paralyzed.
I'll stand up and say, as the Lord of Blade! Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Hobbs, and I just want to give you one last opportunity, Miss St. Kitts, to travel with us and tell one of the greatest stories ever to be told, the vanquishing of good by all the most powerful evil creatures you've ever seen. Why are you hiding under your desk, child? Stand up and look me in the eye.
I dropped the contact. Lord,
and I'll fly up a little, and I'll say, in sooth, imagine the stories. Imagine what we can do together. Together, we will capture the most glorious defeat of good you've ever seen. Bad guys never win. Till today.
Give me persuasion.
Punctuate that.
A persuasion check, Lord of Blades. You are up, Cutie Pie. Talking is a free action, so I'm letting him in. But he's saying this. What's Cutie Pie doing?
I go, Bamf, and I disappear in the microbus, and then you hear
Microbus.
Mechabus. Mechabus. Did I say micro? And then you hear Bamf, and I appear behind her, and then I go, a horror nimbus. And then I create a horror nimbus of swirling lights and colors that she must succeed a 15 wisdom saving throw, or she will be terrified. Terrified, I tell you!
Terrified. What did you get?
He said as Dr. Smith.
27.
20. You know, hang on.
This.
Let me check something here.
My blades swirl around.
She sort of looks at you for a second and she goes, wait, I don't have to fight my friends. I just get to tell the story of what happened?
Yes.
They're kind of sticks in the mud and then bang, cutie pie, boom.
So while terrified, I grab her again and I bamf back into the mecha bus with her.
You reappear with this screaming, squirming halfling. Mechabus, do you throw it in reverse?
Punch it! Punch it!
Or do you the rest of the
No, I'll tell ya, if there are people ahead of me,
Yep.
like a thrasher in the,
Screw
in the
reverse.
field. Because, in fact, is it my turn? It's not my turn. Oh, it might be.
You know, actually, it can't. Yeah, it is.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
As I move 30 feet forward, I'm going to slam twice to just take out whatever's in front of me.
Perfect.
Picking up more corpses along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just I would like to say, you guys would be amazed at how tangled I've managed to become in my cord, in my chair here. I'm just like, I'm over here like,
Do you need a minute?
Somebody roll for me. No, I'll manage. But if you see me like looking down, fighting with something, I am an absolute mess over here. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Mechabus has a 19 and a 27.
Mechabus, do me a favor. Give me roll 1d8 for me.
1d8? 6.
You were able to acquire 6 more cadavers. From people that have been run over, impaled, grabbed with arms, that are screaming on the outside.
Can one guy be on the roof of the windshield wipers wiping the blood of all of the other guys?
And as I bounce forward, all of the heads are like
Do.
The kidnappers welcome the new friends.
They're like this way.
Change names.
Yeah. And just pick them up and just barrel out the front back down that forest road with all of my friends.
Is you guys speed outwards. Your fear lasts about a minute, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You, between all 6 of you, it is easy to restrain Stinger, who, after a moment, kind of snaps out of the fear and just looks around and pulls out her flask and goes, okay, right. I had a dream like this once. So what's the trick then? I'm not looking to die in a cadaver bus with a tiny flask. So, what you lot want from me?
Here's the thing. You will stay as far away back as you so desire.
Yeah.
You are going to reach out to your friends and tell them that you want to meet up for a drink, each and every single one, and we will meet them there, and we will destroy them. You'll capture that story and regale the world with these accomplishments. But you have to... You don't have to get... Yes.
Listen, mate, I'm not here to tell you how to do your job or nothing, but
Actually, we could use some advice. We would really narratively. This is a little muddy for me too. I kind of came in partway through.
I would advise against fighting them all at the same time. A lot of them are dummies, but they're powerful dummies.
Yes.
Might I ask?
That's not what I was saying. I was saying you tell them one individually. We'll meet them someplace.
Right.
Oh.
Might I ask? You have stolen a hoard,
Yeah, like lots of times. Yeah, wish we gotta be more specific, mate.
The dragon mander, dragon salad dragon. Shakti, shock tricks.
No, it does not roll off the tongue, mate. It's Shockwira, the deep.
Shockwira, shock tricks, and then of course Shockwira. I was testing you. Shockwira, the hoard of Shockwira. All of this could just go away.
You want me to tell you?
If you tell us where the hoard is.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, sure. But here's the problem. Like, I know you might not look like it, but I'm actually a little sharp up here. And if I just tell you where the hoard is, what's gonna stop you lot from just eating me? Like that Taras bloke keeps like extending his jaws to see if it'll fit me head in it.
Why?
When I say, I promise, and I smile just this hideous, toothy, tusky, little bit of green. See?
All the cadavers.
Yeah.
Turn towards her and smile.
Like, we look like this, and that guy creeps me out.
Wait. But beholder, you cutie over there with the eye beam. That's a great trick. I know beholders like to keep their word, reputation and everything. Do you promise if I assist you in this matter that you're not going to let any of them harm me?
Yeah, I'd agree to that. I'd put it up on the gram, and once it's on the gram, man, it's there's no going back once it's on the gram.
Maybe it'll go viral.
It's pentagram.
I'm unaware of the existence of an internet, but I do know it's forever. Yes, that's true. Right. I'll tell you, true story, hand to God. You tell if I'm lying, however you know how to check. I don't know exactly where the treasure is, but I do know where they took it last. For some reason, they didn't want me to know because they thought I would nick the whole thing, which is simultaneously insulting as well as accurate. So, Razor Edge. You guys know who my friends are, right? Razor Edge, about...
it's that Glenn Close film.
Right.
Yes, we're very excited to meet them.
Razor lives on the outskirts of town, right? She got a little cave she lives in. She's so dark and edgy, right? I keep trying to get her to come out and drink, but she wants to just go brood all the time. Under there's a tunnel that connects to Dawn's place. The two of them are sneaking around. They think nobody knows. Worst kept secret in the world. They took the treasure down somewhere in that tunnel between their two places. You get in either side. Dawn's side, Razor's side, whatever. You get down in there, you find what you're looking for.
How about this? Which one do you like less?
Oh, Dawn, she's such a stick.
Just asking.
Yeah, no. Razor and I, we got an understanding, right? Like, Razor likes to be sneaky and stabby. My gift is with words. I can hurt people, not just their feelings, just when I say stuff. My words are very cutting, you might say.
Well, you did call me tiny, and I've been waiting to say something because I didn't want to derail anything, but you've done it twice, and I barely fit in here at all.
Hey, look, mate, I'm a halfling, right? It's nothing wrong with being tiny, okay? Sorry, man, I didn't mean to insult you, truly. Also,
that's really kind of you.
To Lord of Blade's point, is there a way that you could send a message to Dawn and draw her out?
Yeah, I bet I could. I just hey, wait, counterpoint. I'll get Dawn out. If one of you can figure out what it is she's hiding, I would love to know. It would add a very narrative depth, a B story, as it were, if you just knew what it was. I can get it out for you, I can, but...
We have ways of making people talk.
Well, okay.
We could go. Razor would probably know the secret. So if we got Razor, then we could just extract the story from Razor, and then you would give us Dawn.
Yes, well done. Yes.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're going to do.
You're not tiny at all.
No, you got a big brain in that
Only
appropriately
tiny on the
sized.
outside.
Yeah, that's an appropriately sized Tarrasque you got there, mate. Okay, I can do a little bit of magic by a spell called sending, where I can send 25 words. I'll say whatever you lot tells me to say, but you gotta tell me what 25 words you want me to say.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
It's like 40 characters.
We're gonna ask Razor Edge about Dawn's secret,
Yeah.
so we can get Dawn out of her house and go to the hoard that way.
It's foolproof.
She may not know the
It's
secret.
a great plan, I think. I never thought to do it, really.
I
We
see.
said if we send to Razor's Edge that we have Dawn, that she has been taken.
No. We just say it's about Dawn. It's important about Dawn. Hashtag. Does a hashtag count as a word?
Well, then it's going to open up a subgroup of messages, and that's going to use up all of our
I
characters.
don't know how to send a pound symbol via sending, mate. You're right, yeah.
But that's the plan.
Yeah, well,
All right.
Okay, and actually here I'm in my element. I thumb type it out. I'm like Razor.
25 words.
Shit.
Razor. Remember, in St. Kitts voice.
That's the problem with texting. You can't tell dialect or nuance. No tone.
Important news about Dawn. Need to talk immediately. Meet me at
Maybe danger.
Leave weapons at home.
No danger. She'll bring friends.
meet
Dawn
me at, and I look
danger.
around. I look at her. I'm like, meet me at, like, where would you meet? Out in the forest.
Somewhere romantic.
Well, yeah, the Moonstone Clearing, mate. It's lovely, yeah.
Moonstone Clearing.
Yeah.
It's not me.
And then hurry.
Those count? Do those count?
Right.
Hurry.
No,
Hurry. It's
Hey.
urgent. Hashtag woke up like this. Hashtag no filter. Hashtag
No, use a filter.
YOLO. Hashtag actually filter. Hashtag come quick.
Hashtag blessed. Right, got it. mate.
Hashtag blessed. Yeah.
Right, it's sent. Yeah, okay. Hold on. It's gonna come back. Wait, you, the cutie mate. I like you with the jowls and the horns, yeah. You do the brain talk and stuff. Can you like hear me thoughts or just send thoughts? Are you just intrusive or do you actually want a dialogue?
And you just hear in your head, what would you like to tell me?
Listen, because here the message is coming back now. And you hear in her head, fine. I'm busy, you know. I can't just drop everything when one of you calls. What if I was on a mission? Fine, I will meet you in the romantic glade or whatever Dawn wants. But let me tell you something. And it cuts off.
Well, she seems a bit over it. I'll be honest. But yes, she will meet us. There's more to it that I'm sure we'll get prior to us eating her.
You all drive. Do you do anything before you... Two questions. Do you do anything before you go to the Moonstone Glade? And when you arrive... Well, first, let me ask you that first, because I'll describe the Moonstone Glade once you tell me. Is there anything before you go?
I'm snacking on one of the cadaver's feet.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. Totally sorry.
feels good.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not here to yuck your yums, cadaver wagon. Anything else before you go?
Is anyone healing? Does anyone need? I don't have healing.
I mean, no one has healing.
Like evil characters. There's no healing.
A little beat up. That's one of the drawbacks of evil. When you arrive at the Moonstone Clearing, it is as described. It is very romantic. The moon is shining down on this obelisk-like stone in the middle of the clearing that looks natural, but that was stood up somewhere along the way. It glows very faintly in the moonlight. And there's a small brook that runs past it. Excellent place to propose. But at this time of night, no one is there.
So what is our plan? We're gonna grab her and then use her to get the secret out of
to get Dawn's secret. That is the currency we're using, I suppose.
And then we'll give the secret to Kits and maybe use the secret to also blackmail?
Yes.
I mean, secrets.
It's an excellent plan. I like
Foolproof.
I like you lot. I really do. I feel like my betrayal and murder is somewhat inevitable, but I just like to say that perhaps we can work with each other going forward.
It'll be a great story if you die.
Oh, that might turn out that I'm not the main character of the narrative then. I might actually be support.
Never say that to yourself, man. Don't do that. No, we're all our own main
And
characters.
secretly, Percy's telling that to himself.
All of you give me perception checks.
Yeah.
I have a passive perception of 19.
Yeah. Nope. Roll it.
11.
26.
26.
I'm high on fermented foot.
22.
22.
I'm not-
I will say
mushrooms and
with this stat block,
The rotten flesh don't go well together.
it's nuts. I think I just got a 30.
What?
Well,
Oh, shoot.
that's good because she got a 30 also. Percy, you're aware someone is sneaking through the trees in your direction.
Are we still in the bus, or have we sort of?
You tell me. Do you wait in the bus? Have you gotten out?
I would say once we got there, we would probably
got out.
Yeah. And
Floating.
I'll say, oh boy. Now, is this like sneaking with intent to like ambush, or is somebody scouting like kind of far away?
You're aware that Razor Edge is an assassin. That is something you've been told.
So I'll say, I'm just gonna go. I gotta see a man about a horse.
So
Just
specific.
briefly, I'm a little nervous. It's just before all this happens,
Now
I'm
I'm
gonna
picturing a Tarask riding a horse.
hit a bush real quick, and I head off in that direction, like toward them with the assumption that they're going to assume they can ambush me. Except I'm gonna like get and like try to start peeing, but before they ambush me, I'm gonna try to like then I'll turn around and then I'll get them. That's my brilliant plan. I am 50.
Bailey,
I'm going to split the party as quick as
I'm gonna go 1v1 these
The old
guys that
piss
no one
fake
else can
out.
See. Right. Bailey, were you about to say something a second ago? Sorry. Okay, perfect. One last question before this goes where it goes. Where is Stinger during all? What are you guys doing with her?
We're not going to eat her.
No.
I imagine a
I'll
bunch of
keep
hands
her
are holding Stinger
neck of
inside
us.
the bus.
I will hold him.
She's like, I'm kind of into this. I'm not gonna lie. Can she get one of them to pull me hair just a little bit? Now, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
And it'll rumble a little bit.
Yeah, oh.
Like those old hotel beds that
yeah.
you put quarters in.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, this is taking an unusual turn for my evening. Yeah. Great. What are the rest of you doing as Percy dips off into the shadows?
Take a whiz. Is
My
that where
little
he's
crow
going?
wings fly, and I go up.
Flying up. Hobbs.
Yeah.
Where's Hobbs gonna be?
I will be sharpening my blades. Actually, I'll be sharpening the blades of Megabus. A little right, 'cause that's my sort of my pastime. It's like my skill set.
Love it.
Skills at a sharpening.
We all
cure.
We got our arts. What is Bailey doing?
Oh wait, so is this like a clearing that we just like pulled up into?
Uh-huh.
Okay, is there a way for Bailey to sort of set some sort of romantic scene, like maybe like
Absolutely.
like to set up like so she somehow is able to get a big like toadstool and make like a table with like some little toadstools with, like on the outside, and she sort of pokes Cutie Pie and is like, do you have anything we can put on the table as like a dish since we're setting up a date? Do you have anything you can do?
Oh yes, and he's got a little fanny pack of holding that he opens. And he starts pulling out like a full plateware, but it's filthy, just filthy. Never been washed, rusty cutlery. It's what he has, and you asked. So
All the cadavers.
We'll say rustic. We'll say rustic.
rustic. And two of them are nibbling on an intestine.
If you
I translate.
Hobbs, are you flying all? Oh yeah, you're on the ground. Okay. And,
Just ching, ching,
Perfect.
ching.
Oh my God. Poor
Percy.
children.
For the first time ever, I look at Bailey.
So again, to make it clear here, this I'm not saying this plan is going to work, but he knows that this person is a professional snake. He knows that he spotted them, and he's going to assume that this hero knows that they will not be seen. So he's giving them the opportunity to make an attack, knowing that if you catch somebody in the middle of that unprepared, then you have the, so that again, that's his plan, is to be aware of where they are while he positions himself, and then they come, and then it's like, aha,
Right.
a defilade. He thinks it's called a defilade. That's not what a defilade is, but that's what he thinks of this as. He's thinking the word defilade as he pretends to get ready to pee.
Percy, you're aware that this person is creeping towards you. And over your shoulder, you can see this romantic clearing, and they stop. You just don't hear anything. No movement, nothing.
And so, honestly, then I'm like, oh no, did I lose track of them? And so I assumed that they got way more stealthy. And then I'm like, this is my moment. And so I turn around, anticipating to get them as they leap towards me silently. So I turn around, I'm like, ah!
Percy, when you just say, ah, everything goes completely jet black, midnight inky black. All the rest of you see around Percy just darkness. Like it is nighttime and there is a black sphere around him. Just nothing.
I'm gonna freak all the way out and attack in every way possible.
Yeah.
So he goes full feral cat here.
That is perfect.
Here, I'll do it up.
Yeah. Hang on a second here. Bailey,
Yes.
as you are floating there nearby, you feel somebody grab one of your stalks.
Oh
I don't think so.
And you feel a knife in the back of your body. And you just hear a low voice say, "What the hell is this? And who the hell are you?"
Percy literally forgot that they tore ass through town and like left people like dead and whatever. And he's like, I also, Pat didn't think of that, but I'm gonna blame it on Percy. Oh my God, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Bailey,
Okay.
that's what happens.
So
Yep.
Bailey's floating and she hears a knife and she's like, Stanley, I told you I was not into that kind of rough play. You weren't thinking I wasn't, so cut it out. Right? Is that you?
I'm gonna say your other eye stalks can rotate around and see. You see the elf from the statue. She's behind you, and you see like she turns and sees that your eyes can see her, and she says, "Don't do anything foolish, and you can still get out of this alive. Where is Stinger?"
Who's Stinger?
The halfling.
Do I know
Kid-
Stinger?
Oh, the Stinger St. Kitts. You have her kidnapped in the mega bus.
Do you guys see Bailey floating? Or are you just sort of doing your
I'm
own
flying
This is in
above.
the clearing,
yeah,
right? We see it happen.
I would say by the time she's revealed, yeah, you all see that she's on top of that she has Bailey. And is like using Bailey like a shield against the rest of you. Percy is plunged in darkness over there, and she yeah.
I'll say, now then, there's no need for violence. There's so much more that brings us together than separates us. Look around you, you are outmatched. Let us just parley for a moment before death and destruction's welcome again. Let us just have a moment of friendship, shall we?
I feel like the mechabus cadavers all smile. The acquired townspeople. Give me persuasion, Hobbs.
19.
Keep smiling. Keep shining.
Legally distinct. Legally distinct.
That's it. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. She doesn't let go of Bailey, but all of you give me insight checks. You all can, even you, Percy.
I can. Okay.
Yeah, everybody can.
Edit.
Oh, nice.
Hold on.
17.
Being a monster.
17, perfect.
Less than that.
Inside is intelligence.
12.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. 12.
11.
Disturbed.
17.
I got
17.
15.
15.
12.
That's all I got is this.
You're all experienced monsters. You all are aware. She's you know that she's an assassin. If she just wanted Bailey dead, she'd be dead right now. So the fact she hasn't let her go, maybe something Hobbs said is getting to her. She does not release Bailey, but she also doesn't kill her. She's just still holding her there.
Can we assume that Percy just furiously screamed and attacked his way to the other side of the bubble of darkness?
Yes, after about 15 feet of smashing down trees, yes, you emerge back into the moonlight.
And he's like ah! Like really embarrassing, scared, screaming noises. And then he comes out the other side and he's like and then he walks over.
She stops and watches you run out of the blackness.
She looks at you, Hobbs, still kind of peering around Bailey's body. What do you want?
Us to work together. We have so much in common. Look at you. You're an outcast, are you not? These heroes don't look at you as everyone else does. You're an assassin. You are as evil as we are. You're pretending to be good. It's ridiculous. How much fun do you have when you get to use your poisons? Huh?
Quite a lot, actually.
Of course, because you're from the Underdark. But friendship, you betrayed your friend to get their hoard? That's lousy, man. I mean, that's lousy.
Right. Fine. Listen. Where's Dawn? Do you have her here?
Yes. No, we don't. No.
Yeah, no.
Because she wouldn't go for this particular, she doesn't need to know that you were friends with them, right? That's not going to help your relationship.
Won't help.
I'm tuning into their thoughts.
Nice.
And I'm waiting to hear if someone springs the hey, what's Dawn's deep dark secret? I can.
Yeah, I'll literally say, we know she has a secret. We must discover what it is. You don't know though, do you?
And I'm beaming it all back to all my friends. So whatever I hear, y'all are gonna hear it. Yeah.
Here's how we're gonna do this. Hold on a second here.
You are making.
Nope, that's not. What is Cutie Pie? What's your spell DC? Just your difficulty on anything.
15.
You hold on one second here. Let me just check. Again,
I'll have you know, the only
I
reason
meant
I'm not
18.
say what, Bailey?
I was going to say, have you know, the only reason I'm not completely shooting her down with a death ray is because I know we need her for something. But otherwise, she'd be as good as a marinade for the next, dinner or whatever.
Thank you for your restraint there,
You're welcome.
Bailey. Cutie Pie.
Mm.
You hear her think.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they know about that. There's no way anybody knows about that. And then she starts thinking about spiders. Huge spiders.
So so what I'm deducing is she's afraid of them. I sent another message.
Well, Cutie
Oh, go ahead. So please.
With her roll to resist you, you don't get fear. If anything, you get the opposite of fear.
Or she might be in cahoots with a Loth or some sort of.
Or she's in cahoots with evil. The drow.
This is Dawn's.
That's what I'm saying. This is Dawn's secret.
Dawn's
Yep.
secret.
That is what
So I go,
Yeah.
hey, Lord of Blades, this is all telepathically. I'm like, press further. I'm getting something. As you see, spiders, we need more information. Sharpen your blades of interrogation.
I'll listen and then start sharpening.
I mean, of interrogation, metaphoric, blades of interrogation.
And I'll say something we know about the spiders.
Good.
We know. Do you? I can see by your face you do. We just don't know how many and when.
You have to understand, she did it for me. She thought it would have brought us closer. I didn't ask for this.
And what do I see?
This. You see...
Sharpening my
Hang
blade.
on. My God, she's rolled so terribly. She rolled a 6 the first time and a 1 the second time.
Oh, she just spills the beans.
Honestly, dream sequence inside of her own mind here. You see, you see this very clearing. You see a blanket laid out in her with this beautiful elf who has taken her armor off and put it to the side. And she is holding in her hand a holy symbol of Loth. And she looks Razor in the eye and she says, I've served Bahamut for so long, my darling, but there's a whole world, a whole nother world underground. I could go there with you. I could be of use to Loth. I realize that normally my kind aren't welcome there, but I would do it. I would do it if it would make you happy. And you see Razor is actually kind of pulled back a little bit, and she's like, I don't know that the Spider Queen would welcome either of us, we might just be killed the moment we appeared at the gates of Minzobaranzan. But it would be worth it to live by your side or die by your side. Once we finish this, once we have the dragon's wealth and their power, we can go anywhere. We can do anything. And that's the extent of what she thinks about.
Cutscene.
So she's willing to convert. Yeah.
Her parents want to prove if I don't convert. Yeah, right. That's what you get in your mind, Cutie Pie.
Do you
And
share
then
it?
I've also beamed this into everybody's head. So we all got it. And I beam it over to Stinger.
Oh.
Nice.
Reminder.
Stinger has pulled one of the hands to kind of choke her a little against.
Oh no.
And then she sees that and she goes, son of a, and then No. However, Razor, who is not aware that you know any of this, says, fine. Listen, I didn't want to do this to shock Ryra. I don't care. I don't care about money. I never cared about the money. I just wanted to be able to apply my skills. I didn't plan on falling in love, which is stupid. Also, she looks at one of your eyes, Bailey. She's like, big fan, actually. Yeah. We met on your site, believe it or not. Okay, look. Stinger never did anything to me. What do I have to do to get Stinger and Dawn out of this alive? The others, I don't really care what happens to them.
Well, then let's take care of that, shall we? What if we set up the others and put them to death?
Wait.
Oh, that just sounds delicious.
Little green drool.
Yes, we are evil creatures. That's what we do. I am Hobbs, the law.
We do the monster mash.
Into the monster mash.
I'll also say this is a great pitch for how this all wraps up. Very good on the gram, the pentagram stories. what we're gonna do is this is all for love, and so if you help us get the hoard back, we take it back. You apologize to your old friend, and they realize that, and to Bailey, really, but then your old friend can intercede for you, and the two of you can have that life underground that you want. You need friends, not money.
'Cause that's the real treasure.
Yes. Yeah, the real friendship was what the people we swallowed along the way.
Cadavers.
When you say friends, not money, she lets go of your tentacle, Bailey, but doesn't drop the knife. She just sort of like lets go and holds the hand up. And she says,
Wipe a tear? Is that what that was?
no, she's emo. She lets the tear fall. She just says, in exchange for Dawn and Stinger, fine, I can take you to the treasure, or I can help you with the others. But we don't have time to do both.
Oh.
Ooh.
Was that meta?
Don't we want to kill good guys? Isn't that why we're here?
Yeah.
Then I eyeball her and I say, but do you want to fucking? I'm sorry. Do you want to kill him? Because we'd be down for that. We'd be down for that if you want to get him out of the way. Clean slate. Come live down below with your love, right?
You don't want them chasing you into the nether regions?
Right.
Nether regions. That sounds ominous.
Stinger's like, you can chase me into my nether regions whenever you want. Right. And she, Mechabus.
Yes.
Do you let Stinger move around? I mean, outside of like the restraints she asked for, I mean, are you actually trying to hold her, or do you let her move a little bit?
I mean, I would let her move within me.
Right.
I don't know. I wouldn't let her exit the bus. She's got to stay behind the white line.
She does sort of like lean over to the window and she goes like, "Oh, Razor, thanks for not throwing me under the bus, metaphorically."
You've been holding on to that since the beginning of the game.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, your secret's safe with me too, love. Yeah, we like, maybe I'll go to the Underdog. But I kind of like staying with this boss, really. And then you see some of the hands kind of grab her again.
She's had a few proposals.
You see Razor just sort of holsters the dagger. And she's like, I'll help you kill them if you like. But I can find them in their beds whenever I want. A week from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. I think what you really want, what you are supposed to come and get, is the treasure first and revenge second. I don't care about either. I only care about God.
Me too, child. Me too. After I kill people.
You're good at this. You're like, really, you've done this before. Like, good job. Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
I can help.
Let's get the gold.
Don't we want to kill good guys?
I know, Mecha Bus.
Is there a difference?
Well, I mean, let's
legendary actions.
let's get that money, and like, who knows what'll happen when we show up to get it? Because like, but let's get the money.
We accepted the call to adventure.
We did.
What is
My
more
guess
important?
is.
Mecha Bus will go.
Let me check my notes and see if there's an order of importance.
Razor Edge.
What did
will
Shaka
tell
Zulu
me
tell
I
us?
want the body.
1, find and retrieve the hoard.
Okay.
That was the numero uno.
Never listen to authority figures. We go against all the grains.
All right, I'm going to fess up. Mechatrix, not Mechatrix, Stillerix. What's the salad dragon's name?
Shockwyra.
She's got stuff on me. She's got stuff on me, and I can't. I have to bring the hoard back, or else she's gonna go wide, and I can't have that. I have a family reputation to protect. I'm going for the gold.
She has etchings of you, cutie pie. That she made.
Yes, and they are very unflattering. I'll be honest.
Mecha Bus will do as they were summoned.
Razor.
Can we compromise? Let's go for the hoard, and we send a little message saying, if you want to protect the hoard, show up here.
Come and get it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Razor guides you all through the night
I didn't sharpen these blades for nothing.
Hold on a second here.
As we're traveling, I position myself close to Bailey and start asking her about her interests. Sort of like her background and her family and what she's looking for in someone. And I saw her like,
Yes.
you
I'm looking for someone who enjoys long walks over dead bodies of our victims.
How you gonna take long walks when you ain't got no legs, darling?
long floats.
I'm just saying, think about it. Maybe this is why you haven't found it yet. Right.
Every corpse laughing in terrible unison.
Right. I still got it. I still can control the room. Right. Razor guides you all through the woods to her cave, and as Stinger told you, and as you were informed by Shockwyra even, at the back of the cave there is a tunnel, mysteriously large enough for you all to enter. That does.
It's a setup.
And then the lights come on. She guides you deep into the earth until finally you do enter a room that is just littered with gold, gems, items of all manner, just sparkling. It's a significant haul. You actually think it's probably more than just Shockwyra's hoard. It is probably all of their haul in their time of adventuring.
Guess what?
Good thing. What?
I'm a bus.
Will this
Who
fit
needs
in
a
your
bag of
fanny pack?
holding?
Yeah, I do have the fanny pack of holding.
What would you all like to do?
Take the money.
Yeah, like we probably just start like shoveling treasure into the bus.
The fanny pack of holding.
Do we have the gate that we came
Oh
through?
yeah, to get back. How do we get back?
We could just sort of shovel it through that.
Yeah.
Is you all are standing there trying to figure
Stone
out
of sending.
how you're going to get all of this money out of here. All of you make intelligence checks.
Oh, this one will be a smoke show.
Oh boy.
Oh no. That is a 0 if you can.
You're kidding me.
I feel like
I rolled a 3 with a -3 in intelligence.
I feel like
13.
doors open Mechabus and the arms are loading and just throwing it through Mechabus.
Make it rain.
What was that, Bailey?
No, Mechabus.
22.
22. What was Bailey's intelligence there?
27.
27.
Keepers.
I'm very smart as well as attractive.
It's all brain
Truth.
in there.
Literally, all brain. Bailey, as you see everybody start scooping all the gold up, you and Hobbs realize something at the same time. Something is wrong here. You're like, you can't quite put your finger on it. And suddenly, Bailey, you recognize some of the gems turn and look at you, and the gems are eyes. And tentacles erupt out of the treasure hoard and start grappling all of you, because this is not the hoard, it is a giant mimic.
Mimic.
However, I will say...
Third time this week!
I will say with that roll so high, especially you, Bailey, and you, Hobbs, recognize the tentacles go after Razor also, and she jumps back. She did not seem like she knew what this was. And inside the bus, Bailey's also like, Lord of Light, what was that? As it all comes out. All of you give me deck saves.
What if this is Shockwyra's treasure?
22.
Yeah, you're surprisingly dexterous,
saves.
zombie bus.
Yes.
I'm just like, you punch it,
18.
Mecha Bus. These things are trying to grab you. You're like, speeding here.
I'm spiky. You grab
I
me,
miss
you
it,
get-
but I use a legendary resistance.
What does it look like when you do that, Percy? When one of these is about to grab you and you will it off of you, what's it look like?
I think he's starting to be overpowered, and he's like, oh no, I'm not as big as I thought. And then he realizes that he starts to floss, and it just sort of it's almost like Tai Chi, except he's flossing, and the tentacle, it just slides right off of him.
Oh.
Perfect. And what did you get there, Cutie Pie?
I've got a 16.
All right, and Hobbs
30-20.
and Bailey.
Ooh.
18.
Actually, only Cutie Pie gets grabbed by one of these, as the rest
Yes.
of you are
Wait,
getting
a
out of the way.
freaking cotton
Exquisite.
mini.
And it wraps around you and starts to lift you off the ground, and it squeezes you for
Sure.
15 points of damage, Cutie Pie.
Yes. Yes, it does.
As it lifts you off the ground, Cutie, it you rises up, and there is an alcove. And standing on the alcove are 4 people.
Oh
The
no.
4
Oh,
other people you saw in the statues. And
Hey, Blades, you're not going to believe this.
and they are not alone. Shockwyra is there with them.
What?
And-
Betrayed. That's 2 Shockwyra.
Honestly, you see Razor and Stinger do both look up as Shockwyra looks down and says, "Fine, I've paid your toll. I've delivered these notorious monsters so that you wouldn't have to track them down. Give me back my hoard." And you see Dawn looks down at Razor and Stinger, and she says, "No harm is to come to my beloved. Destroy the rest of them." And Shockwyra just says, fine. And breathes a cloud of poison down on all of you. All of you give me...
This is so rude.
How come do we lack foresight? How did we not see this coming?
I did not see this coming.
Should have assumed it's a twist. A twist. The story structure was perfect. We should have anticipated the twist.
Curse their sudden but inevitable betrayal. All of you give me wisdom saves.
It's poison, though, yes?
Uh-oh, Mecha Bus, how we doing?
For I am immune to poison.
But it's going to do psychic damage. So you still gotta make... If you're immune to psychic, yeah, you know, you're
I'm a
good.
construct.
You're
I'm
good.
a bus.
Wisdom save.
And is it magic?
Plus.
It's a breath weapon. This is a deep dragon at the risk of being meta. This is from the new Fistbane's Treasury of Dragons. It's a new kind of dragon. It's a deep dragon.
Ooh, I like it. The reason I ask is it magic resistance and immunity to poison.
Neither would matter on this. I mean, Mechabus is fine. If you have immunity to psychic, that counts.
No brain.
What you get, Hobbs?
I got a critical save.
Perfect.
Oh.
We've made it this far, and I didn't say I only played with one house rule that a 1 always fails and a 20 always succeeds, even on skill checks and saves. So you're safe, Hobbs. Bailey, what did you get?
25.
Perfect. Cutie Pie.
A very proud 9.
And Percy.
15.
Pie, you've not made a save all night.
I was right there in the line of fire.
Yeah. No, Cutie Pie, you take it point blank.
Yes.
Cutie Pie and Percy.
Yes.
You both take 49 points of psychic damage.
Yes.
And are frightened of Shockwira, which means you have disadvantage to attack him, and you cannot willingly go closer to him. For those of you that made the save, you take half the damage and you are not frightened. So that's what, 24.
Okay.
24 points of damage and you are not frightened. Mechabus, you are, of course, fine.
Don't even realize anything happened.
Can
I use my...
Megabus is still throwing things.
Another pleasant gaseous expression here. Your other legendary.
I'm going to use my other legendary resistance there.
You can. Then it's going to be 25 instead, and no fear.
Yep.
I can use a legendary action after he attacks.
You absolutely can.
It's a cantrip of it's a firebolt, and plus 10, so 29 to hit.
That absolutely is a hit.
22 damage.
Perfect. You
Fire.
blast Shockwira, who fire. Hang on, let me check something else here. You see, all of you see that Razor is like turning and twisting to get away from these tentacles, and she looks up at the ledge and just vanishes. Inside the bus, Stinger is like, Megabus, if it's all the same with you, can I stay in here? Because there's a lot happening out there.
That's a thumbs up.
For what it's worth, I believe in you, Megabus. And she gives you Bardic Inspiration with a D12.
Hell yeah! D12? I love it.
D12. So again, I know the action economy gets very weird. So both Razor and Stinger have acted. So if any of you have legendary actions that you wish to use, you can. It's after another person goes, you can insert them. Yeah.
Can I get, how far away is this ledge? How high up is it?
Only about 20 feet. They was just sort of set back a little bit. And then once they sort of like look down ominously, it's easy to see them.
Can I, then I will, at the end of each of those, can I close with them to make a tail attack?
Do you have a move legendary action?
I do not.
Then you could not.
Okay. I'm so small.
You know what? I'll say that when Shockwira pulls his head out to breathe fire, he's close enough to hit him with your tail. He's big.
Okay. Then I will. Then yeah, I'll do that.
Perfect. All right. Any other legendary? It's about to just be Cutie Pie's turn, but just legendary actions. Because
I took 2 and missed both cantrips. Fire.
Gotcha.
Fire.
Pew, 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 pew. The remaining fire bolts. It seems like Shockwira knew to expect it now and is bringing his wings up as he just bounces off as you're shooting at him. Although those will refresh on your turn. We'll just keep it simple. On your turn, your legendary actions refresh. However, Cutie Pie, it is your turn.
Yeah, go ahead, please. No, tell me.
I was just gonna say this tentacle has you grappled but not restrained.
Right.
Actually,
But I'm held. I just geography. I thought like there was this ledge, and then the thing brought me up like face to face with everything.
That is exactly what's happening, and your friends are all at the bottom. However,
I can't escape. Go ahead, please.
Let me give you one other piece of important information here. Give me perception with advantage, Cutie Pie.
That is that's an 18, or that's an 18.
You are aware, Cutie Pie, that unlike most mimics, this hoard mimic is not unintelligent, and you sense an awareness in it. This is just...
As I feel the awareness...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as this is all sort of happening simultaneously, I get the doom breath speed of it. I open my mouth and a small child's scream comes out of my large self, and I can't help but emit horror nimbus at the champions that are standing there. Mm-hmm. It just kind of comes out me like a the flashing lights and dazzle. So whoever is in 15 feet of that horror nimbus has to roll a 15, or else they are frightened as well.
They got a 1 and a 20. So what you see happen there in front of you is the paladin, Sir Diligent, just slams his sword down and doesn't move. However, Gravel, the warrior, goes, ah! 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 And turns up against running out down the hallway, leaving the field of battle.
So then, telepathically, I say to the mimic, you were a pawn. You were played. You deserve more than this. They used you.
The tentacle turns in down towards the mound. This high up, you can see a full face in the treasure. And it says in your mind, will you free me?
100%.
The tentacles immediately go out and wrap around Shakwira. It's like, it is pulling.
I can't get close to the dragon. Have at, gang, monster squad. Because I'm still frightened. Oh, wait, I can roll to see if I still am.
Unfortunately, we are so close on time, so we're going to do this super quick. I'm going to give each of you one chance to tell me what you do in defeating Shakwira and any of the heroes of your choice. I'm actually going to go around the horn in the other direction, starting with the Mecha Bus. What does Mecha Bus do in your glorious victory?
So, Mecha Bus goes, we are Mecha!
With St. Kit inside, she's like, we just pummel forward towards Shakwira. We do 2 slams with the front with all the barbed wire while they're restrained.
And they're sharp. They're super sharp.
Oh yeah, all the sharp, extra sharpened things, and my D12, which would have been a freaking 11. So it would have been a whole, very bardically inspired. And bang, bang. And as a bonus action, I fart out 6 vectors that are going to appear right next to those other heroes and start fighting keeping those other heroes from going anywhere.
The spirits of the dead, engage them. Yeah. Excellent. Percy.
I get up there and I look at the paladin and I do my multi-attack, which is claw, bite, but instead of the bite, I can try to swallow. And so I want to know, like
Percy, let me help you. It's terrible. It takes longer than it should.
An ambitious python.
Yeah, there's an arm that is sort of like.
Honestly, what I really want is to like claw, and I do swallow, but I only get his arm, and so he is looking at me and I'm looking at him. And normally I have frightful presence, but I would like to pitch it as just everyone is extremely uncomfortable being around this at all.
Awkwardly consuming him. Bailey, what does Bailey do?
Actually, okay, so Bailey, I just rolled a 28 in persuasion. So she sort of charmingly, with all of her eyes, like just sort of bedroom eyes, she floats over toward Shakwira, and she sort of rubs up against him and says, Harold, for a second I thought maybe we could have had something. But since you tried to play me, it's not going to happen. And she would like to throw petrification ray on him and just turn him to stone.
He looks at you and hand to God, I literally rolled a 1 at a dramatically appropriate moment. And looks at you and says, So what you're saying is there's still a chance we...
No, because I heard you call me fat.
And finish it off, Lord of Blades, Hobbs. What do you do in conclusion?
I see who I will only now refer to as Dark Raven, struggling with this moment. And I go and I climb up the side of the wall, and I go up to him, and as he's trying to gag down the paladin, I reach behind him and I sort of start massaging his shoulders, and I just whisper in his ear, "You can do it." Do it, Dark Raven. I believe in you. I believe in you. You're so strong. Here, give me your camera. Give me your camera. Give me your camera. I'll start him. Do it. One more shot. And I'll try to give him advantage on the full swallow.
I knew 2 hours would not have been enough. I feel like 4 hours would not have been enough. But here, having defeated the traitorous Shakwaira, and afterwards locating the real significant treasure hoard, the 6 of you having defeated the only good power in this region and the predominant evil power, and now controlling all the wealth, have a pretty good foundation with your newfound friends, Razor's Edge and Stinger St. Kitts, to become the dominant force in the region. But that will be a story for another time. Thank you all so very much. Please enjoy the rest of D&D Celebration.
Thank you, Dave.
Good night. Thank you, Dave.
Good night,